Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever it is, whatever it is you watch this video. Welcome to the final installment of our exercise in grading coins. We've had a number of videos. I'll make sure links are available in the description below. You can see the quarters that we started to grade. We've worked our way through this 1959 proof set with the Lincoln cent, the Jefferson nickel, the Roosevelt dime, our Washington quarter, and last but not least, we're going to start to look at this Franklin half dollar. Again, I am not a coin grading professional. I am a hobbyist. This is my best guess. This is me learning alongside everybody else. I plan to showcase and show the difference in some of the grades using PCGS CoinFacts website. I'll put a link to it in the description down below so you can see there and follow along. But I'm going to bring up these different proofs and we're going to compare them and we're going to see what those grades come back as. And if you've looked at graded coins before, you know, once you get up into proofs, if they're uncirculated proofs and they are broken right out of a set, they're all going to grade pretty stinking high. That's 66, 67, 68. They're going to grade nice and high. Now, this one, these were cut out of a set at one point in their life and put into this other plastic display case. So they haven't seen a whole lot of circulation at all. Now, let's look at this Franklin half dollar and we'll kind of see what we got. Now, right out of the bat, remember with your proofs, you have your proof, your cameo, and your deep cameo. And that cameo is the difference between the struck areas of the coin and the fields. So you have Franklin here. If he was cameoed, he would be hazed and it wouldn't have that mirrored finish that the fields would have. This is mirrored finish all over the place. It's a beautiful, beautiful coin. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a cameo or a deep cameo at all. So you're not going to want to ask for those designations when you send them in. So just looking at this coin, this is a nice coin. Now, there is some toning starting to show up here on the right-hand side of the coin. That could deter grading or lower the grading. Looking here on the back looks very nice. We do again have some toning, spot toning down here next to the bell. Again, I tend to consider those discolorations more than toning, but we'll see. I don't know in some cases if toning is negative or if it's positive. And if it is positive, is it because it's pretty toning? I don't know if a blemish like this, I would consider that pretty toning. It's a nice half dollar, don't get me wrong. But if I looked at that versus one without it, I would get the one without it. So let's go ahead and we'll put this one under the scope and see what it looks like. All right, here we are. We got that Franklin half under the microscope and we're going to do some comparison. I have over on the left-hand side of the screen there, the proofs. So we got a 68 plus versus some 68. So we're going to look at here. Now, you want to talk about splitting hairs. What makes a 68 plus versus a 68? Good question. I have no idea. So let's have a look-see. We'll compare these back and forth. We'll look close. We'll zoom in. So areas that you know about, that we know wear down on our Franklin half is areas in the face, areas in the hairline, down here at the bottom. This strike designation here, or definition, sorry, strike definition right here wears down. And then of course, over on the reverse, we're looking at those bell lines. Do we have a nice strike all the way across? Do we see some good definition in the eagle and its wings here? Do we see good definition up here in the bell, in the wood? So let's look at it and see. I'm going to go ahead and click on that 68. So we get a nice big, this is that 68 plus. So let's zoom in and look at our example. And I'm already seeing a couple things that cause me some concern. When you are looking to differentiate between a high graded coin and a slightly less high graded coin. You're talking a 66 to 67, and the 67 to a 68, or 68 to a 69. Little things are going to be an issue. So I'm looking at this here, and I see some dings along the cheek right there. I see some really light scratches on the cheek here. I see a couple of scratches in the fields of the $50. And there's again a nice light scratch right across his head. So this one's kind of bumming me out. It's if you're into cars at all, that's another expensive hobby. But if you're into cars at all, there's this thing called a 30-foot paint job. The paint looks glorious at 30 feet, but you get close and you start to see the blemishes, right? This is the 30-foot paint job of the $50 world. This coin looked beautiful in my hands. And now you get it under the microscope, or you get it under a loupe, and you can really start to see that this one it's been roughed up a little bit more. And again, it's all nitpicky stuff. It's like, oh, this is a really light scratch. Yep, it is. It's a really light scratch, but it's the difference between what would be like a 68 and what would be a 67, or what would be a 64 or a 65, right? So we're looking at this proof. There's that spot toning, if you will. Yeah, it's ugly. I don't like that at all, but that's okay. We're still going to go through the process. Let's go ahead and flip this over. Let's have a look at the other side. Let's look at this eagle. Now, the eagle on the reverse, it's really, really nice. The strike is nice and strong. The fields here on the reverse are a little bit nicer. What I think probably happened, maybe a couple little scratches right there at the top of the Liberty Bell. What I'm betting has happened is that in the life of this coin, it was moved into that set, and then maybe the cover of the set was taken off a couple times, or showcased like, hey, look at this set. And just in those light touches, they got those light scratches. You can see a couple little light scratches right there at the bottom of the bell as well. I don't think those are scratches from cleaning at all. And here we have another bit of that spot toning. Now, one of the things that you're going to see here, I'm wearing a glove, right? So as I'm handling this coin, I'm wearing a glove. What I've been told is that the folks that do the grading actually don't wear gloves when they do grading. I always use disposable gloves. So these are one-time use. I'll use this one and then I'll throw it away. But they do the grading. They don't wear gloves. They handle it appropriately, and you can handle it appropriately as well and hold it by the edges. But it's little spots like this that's the type of stuff that happens if you're holding a coin and you're talking. So like this whole time I've been talking while holding this coin out. I actually use a headset most of the time when I record, and I'm actually not looking toward my coin when I'm talking, because I don't want those little bits of expectorant, if you will, to land on my coins. You also don't want to cough on your coins. So you want to keep them covered. That actually does more damage to it, talking over them or breathing on them. The last thing you want to do is give it the old, like if you have glasses, you kind of on them and then polish them with your shirt or a cloth. You don't want to do that. Just be careful. And I think if I had to guess, that's where this type of toning comes from, is it gets nicked, or not nicked, it gets little whatevers on it from being handled or taken out or talked about or talked over. And that's where some of that starts to come from. So I'm looking at this $50. It has a lot of light scratches on it. I'm really kind of disappointed in it. I don't see it getting above a proof 65. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down there. Tell me, no, hey, Carl, you're crazy. That's a beautiful $50. That's going to be a proof 68 all day long. I'm still going to send it in. I'll be happy any way the grading comes out. I just want to know what a grading company thinks versus what I think. All right. We've reached the end. We have talked through and we've graded every single one of these, what we think they are. I'm going to put this back in this set. As I send it in to NGC, I'm going to send it in the case, all nice and protected like that. They're welcome to break it out of here and do what they need to do, and not send me the case back, because I don't care. So what do you think? Is this going to be a Proof 65, or is it going to be better? What'd you think of this series? Was this a fun little different change, looking at the coins and looking at grading and what are these are going to come back? I know I am excited to send these coins in. So we've gotten all the way to the end. We have our 2 quarters that we've talked about. We have our 59 proof set. Now it's just a matter of boxing them up and sending them off to NGC. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Tell your friends, bring some more people here. I'm getting really close to my next level, real close to 300 subscribers. You know what I do on my channel? We give away at straight numbers, so I'll probably do a giveaway once I hit 333, but we'll see. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a great day.